Hey all brothers and sisters, my name is Captain Meatshield and welcome back to Satisfactory, where I've been very busy off camera again, as always. I finished rigging up the last of the coal generators, so we're now sitting on, let me get to a power pole, 2,400 megawatts, so that's rather nice. We're currently using about half of that, a little over half really. I've taken all of the belt inputs out of the space elevator, and I'm just currently feeding them all into the awesome sink. Because at the moment, this thing's got all of the versatile frameworks that it needs, so we don't need those anymore, at least for the time being. Yeah, that is full, so the only time I need to worry about those again is if I need to refill this. But I thought, the rest of it, we don't know what we need it for at the moment, if anything, so I'm just going to feed it all into there. So that's what's happening with all that. We've managed to get quite a lot of tickets out of that. I think I've had about 24 at least. So I have bought some new things like the walls with doors, which is just, you know, a nice little feature. Then I think I also bought the wall supports and holes for pipelines, along with the hypertubes, so we've got all of the stuff that we can get for those now. Yeah, the rest of the walls, and I think I bought the rest of the foundations as well. So we should have all of them now. We've got the quarter pipes, we've got all the ramps, including the double, like, inverted stuff. So we've got free reign to make whatever the bloody hell we want. I think that's everything that I bought. Yeah, I think so. But I've been spending the most of my time over with our new steel build. It's been taking a fair bit of work getting all the belts sorted, and a couple of things have changed, just with, like, you know, kind of placements and the way that I've set things up. So I'll get back over here and I'll show you what I've done. Now, I haven't done anything with actually plugging in the power to it all yet, because I want to get it all online as we kind of floor by floor, sort of. So all of the iron is pretty much the same as it was, same with all the steel. They're all going off upwards that way and then that way, respectively. I flipped the way the copper was pointed just because the production is more over this side, so it made sense to have the outputs coming out this way. And that's all just looking fine. Inputs are all sorted for everything on this. I've got miners everywhere I need to. They've been overclocked and underclocked accordingly. That mine there, I think I've overclocked that to 240. So that's producing all of the iron needed for the iron ingots. The steel, or the iron ore that's needed for steel, is coming from the node over there, and over there they've been overclocked to do the same as the coal. So they're providing about 225 a minute each. So kind of streamlined it a little bit there, which has made things, you know, a little bit easier. So that's this floor done. I do need to provide power to all of the inputs here, and I haven't sorted out input lines for the limestone yet. That's the one resource that I haven't gone and looked for, but we can sort that out in a minute. Ow! Yeah, fucking hell. One thing we're doing today is going looking for some Cuntarium. Fucking bollocks. Right. Copper all sorted there. I've got all of the concrete production, like, rigged up. The only thing I haven't done is I don't think I've finished sorting out the underbelly, and then obviously bringing limestone in from miners. One thing I did change up with this stuff was the one leftover, or the kind of leftover bit of rods that we had. So I took the constructor away from here, and what I've done is I've slapped it onto this so that we've got 8 along here instead of 7, which made splitting the inputs a lot easier. And then as it comes out, we've got, I think it's 120 that's coming out of here. 60, 120, yes. And what I've done is I've got a splitter here that splits it down into 2 Mark 1 belts. This one then splits 3 ways, so we've got 20 going off in each direction. and then that splits out into 10, which that then sends off to screws. So it's actually going to get a perfect feed, and then the rest of it will just remerges, goes into here and fucks off upstairs to go and make rotors. So lots of fiddling around with belt balancing in this one, and in some ways it's been a lot. Well, with that one it was kind of fun. The next one, no, but I'll show you what I mean. Over here we've got the steel pipes and steel beams. They're both just going to be feeding into containers because they're overproducing for what we need, so we can build up a surplus and just have some storage that we can come and pinch from if we need to go and build something. And then up here we've got all of the assemblers. I spaced these out a little bit differently so I could do this with the splitters and everything, and just keep everything looking tidy. I think it's looking pretty good. These three are for the encased industrial beams. We've got motors over there, and then all of that lot over there is for rotors. Storage for everything, and everything's looking neat and tidy. But now I've got to show you the mess that I had to sort out for this, because we've got 5 of these machines needing 100 screws, 100 screws a minute, which is an awkward thing to sort out. But okay, here we go. Oh, I spent all of last night figuring this fucker out. This is the mess that I've come up with. It's... yeah. I kind of want to go through it, but... try and explain everything, but what I'm just gonna put this up on screen. This is something that I put together in Excel to try and figure out what the fuck I was doing with all of this. I'm hoping that it works. I haven't actually tested it yet, but we're gonna find out. And yeah, if there's a reason that my brain melted at about midnight last night, it was because of this. But overall, I think it should work. And this line here is essentially like all the runoff from everything that's been split perfectly, I hope. I don't know why that was in air quotes, but so there's going to be like 30 coming off each of these. So these 4 belts on the outside should theoretically have a perfect 100 items on them, and then this one gets all the runoff with 120. So I thought, put a storage container on there. If I ever need screws, I can come and pick them up from here. So, yeah, that's been a headache. But I think what we need to do now is go and start powering up the miners, and then we can start bringing materials in. We can get each floor up and running, and while we're doing all this as well, we should go and sort out some limestone inputs. So, let's get some power pole there. Connect you up to these. I've got to go and get rid of this bloody firey-bois over here again, because he's come back again. You will learn to not go hanging around my bloody factories. That's if you don't kill me first. Ha, I win. Lucky for me. Oh yeah, we've got limestone there. So that's good. I've got another limestone node over by one of the iron. Yeah, it's over there. They're both normal nodes, and we need to get 270. So that should be doable. Right, plug that there. Connect you up. It might involve us having to go running around for some slugs again, because I've run out of power shards with having to boost the power supply. Ended up using the last of them to overclock the water extractors. So let's connect this up. That should get the miners over this side hooked up and fired up, ready to go. Yep. So we'll at least be getting all of the coal in to all of the foundries. The copper and the iron ingots will go into production. I can make sure that everything's flashing yellow as well. And make sure it's all got its recipes. Okay, coal on the belts. Excellent. Iron ore incoming. The copper that's going to take a while. Everything on this floor looks to be fine. Yeah, we've got yellow lights on everything, that's good, which just means we're waiting on more inputs, so we need to go and get the iron connected. And I'm going to drag power lines in from somewhere else for that, because those two are fucking miles away. But I will connect it to this area, so yeah, we'll go over this way. Because then if I disconnect this, it disconnects all of the miners for everything as well. And just have it all running on one grid. Punk, you're done. Overclocked to 188%. Sweet. Oh, I don't like going through here because there's fucking spiders. I'm hoping they haven't respawned. Oh, the hogs have. Oh, fucking hell. You cheeky bastard. Where are you? Let me clobber you. That's better. Oh, little dickheads. And power pole over there. You should be overclocked to 188 as well. Yes, you are. Good. Let me have that back. And let's get the fuck out of here. We have one column of foundries kicking into action. Nice. Steel ingots on the belts. Bravo. And you're off. Awesome. Okay, that's got this ground floor all sorted. Let's get up to the next one. Because there are a couple of bits. I think there's a couple of bits of belt over this way for the steel ingots that I didn't finish putting together. Yeah. Let me just finish this off. Awesome stuff. This is another bit of weird belting mess I did to try and balance getting 150 ingots over this way. It's not perfect by any means, but if it works, it works. These look to be getting full belts of materials though, which is exactly what I want to see. That stopped moving, that one stopped moving. Yeah, I think we're looking good. Alright, now comes the big part of all this. So, connect you to... where is it? This one? Yeah. You don't have your recipe. I knew there was going to be something. You don't have yours either. How did I miss those? Don't know. Right, got plenty of wire on the belts. What's going on with these? Oh, you're waiting for rods. That's... yeah. How are you able to make screws if you haven't got the rods? I know what's going on. I'm smart, I am. Everything else is looking good. How's the, oh, fuck, God. It's an awful mess if you do that. Yeah, how's this working? Looks okay. I think we're successfully separating out 10 a minute for this belt. Don't think this guy's working just yet. I'll just run around and check all of the other constructors. They all seem to be producing. It's all looking good. I think I might dump some of these steel beams in the storage container as well. I don't think I need quite so many now. Because I've taken the storage away from the other little steel beam setup, because we don't need extra storage over that way. And what we've got over there is perfectly producing for the versatile framework, so there's no point in trying to maintain a storage, a buffer or anything. Yep, this is just about producing absolutely perfectly. I think that splitter worked perfectly fine. Nice. So everything's all sorted there. Again, the concrete's the only thing that I really need to finish up with this floor. Everything else is looking great. Let's get power connected up to the top floor. We can get motors in production at the very least. These also need... Why are you flashing red? Oh, I've not connected power through to everything yet. No, that would be it. Okay. Where was I going to connect that to? I was going to connect that to here. Plonk. Go. Resources are inbound. This weird mess of a setup seems to be doing the job. I mean, everything's had a chance to compress at the moment, so we'll have to see how it goes over time. But I don't know. Looks like it might be doing the trick. Well, damn. That's certainly impressed with myself for getting that sorted. Yeah, I see stators on the belts. These things are filling up with steel beams. Hopefully we're getting rotors as well. I do see rotors. Awesome sauce. So we should, at the very least, start having motors in production very soon. If these had their recipes. That would be helpful. You do. Just you didn't. I think I had to move you because you weren't perfectly lined up with things and it was upsetting me. Currently filling up with stators. Here we go. And we've got rotors inbound. So motors will very soon be in production. Yeah, man. No, you want to do it. There we go. Motors automated. Fantastic. Ooh, boy, yeah, I'm glad I updated the power. Okay, now we've got to go and look at limestone. We need to get that plugged into all of this absolute mess. Which way did I have this pointing? That's the input. Okay. What's down here? Copper and iron lines. Okay, what if I were to put, say, that there? How much do we need? We need a full Mark III belt, don't we? 270. I remember working that out. Bring this up as high as possible. And whoop, that will do it. Although 270 down to 135, that needs to go down to, well, it needs to stay on Mark III belts. And then 45, 90, 135. Cool, so they can just stay on Mark I belts, and that will split perfectly. Ah, ain't that fantastic? Oh, right. So, limestone. We need to go and set up some mines for that. I've got enough miners to do a Mark II mine on this node, which I believe we get as 120. Oh, I just noticed there's a big old gap in that rock. I think I might go and have a look in it. I'm going to regret this, I know it. Oh, that's a yellow slug. I could really do with that around about now. But there's a big old firey-bois in here. I've got no idea. Shit. Why do walls have to snap to foundations? That's annoying. I want to try and encase him. I've been spotted. Shit. No. You back off, mate. You back off. Come on. Oh, fuck. Nope. He's after me now. think I lost him. Ugh. Right, yeah, limestone normal. Let me just focus on this for now, yeah? Oh shit, I'm low on steel pipes. Alright, I'm doing this. Wondering if I can try and encase him on the other side of all this. Oh yeah, go on, go on, go on. Yeah. That's a good boy. What are you going to do to me now, huh? Ladies and gentlemen, we have our first exhibit here at the factory zoo. Let me just ensure that you aren't going to get out or be able to fire anything at me. I'll just have that slug, thanks. And oh, that's fantastic. I'm so chuffed that I managed to do that. Yeah, you can hiss and fire all you bloody well want, mate. Oh boy, I hope you can't destroy this stuff. Oh, I feel like a winner today. Let's craft these up into power shards. And let's go and grab some steel pipes. Okay, now if I ever clock this, I can get this to 240. If I get one more slug, I could push that to 270, and we could just have it all run off one miner. Now, is there a chance that I might luck out and find just a green slug lying around somewhere? Hear those fucking hissy bastards. They're everywhere. I'm just looking for a slug, mate. Just leave me alone. This would be much easier if it were night time. Anything up here? I don't know if I've been up and around this bit yet. Ooh, straight off the edge. No, that's a summer slope. That's not what I'm looking for. Oh, you look like uranium. Oh no, it's Caterium. That's good, because I need more of this. Oh, there's another slug over there, but I think that might be a big alpha bugger. I could probably kill it with my big stick, but it's going to be a bit of a trial. Yeah, you're going to be a bit tough, ain't you? Ooh, nuts. Yeah, hi. Hi, how's it going? Come on, come at me, bruh. Ow! Fuck, you sent me flying. Ow. Look, you don't need help. You really don't. Oh, I killed it. I killed it. Where are the other ones? Whoa, okay, hi. Gotcha. Gotcha. I do love how they somersault. It's great. Really good fun. Makes me laugh. I enjoy it. Ow. Fucking awful tactics there. Get the fuck out. Yellow slug. Right, that's perfect for what I need. And limestone. Limestone. It's fucking everywhere. There we go. 225% overclock will get 270 a minute, which is just what we want. Now we need a Mark III belt. We need to bring that over this way. And boom! Limestone plugged in. This whole place should be set up and good to go. And, yeah, we are consuming quite a bit of power at the moment. It's definitely going to need an additional boost when we start looking at oil, because, yeah, those refineries, they ain't cheap to run. But we should start seeing concrete coming up through here any moment. There it goes. Finally have encased industrial beams in production as well. Ah, yes. Oh, there we go. Nice to see you. I do like it when things start coming together. Right, 50 motors. We do need 100 of the encased industrial beams, which I do have, so I may as well use those. I need to go and grab a few more steel pipes, and then some copper sheet. And we can send off this oil processing milestone. So 1, 2, 3, 5 there, and then I need 500 copper sheets. Let's go and grab those, send off this next milestone. So we get to launch the pod out of the new bunker. Oh, that's going to be fun. I'm such a child. Ow. I'm a child that needs blade runners because my fucking knees are killing me. Okay. Steel pipes, motors, encased industrial beams, copper plate, or copper sheet. Off you go.
Milestone reached. Oil acquisition and refining unlocked. Oil-based products can now be made. The byproducts of oil refinement can be used after further processing, as seen in the refinery. Caution. This is a reminder to minimize the chance of expiration during out-of-base activities.
Well, I mean, you know, I'll do my best. So, next milestone for us then is going to be the industrial manufacturing, which we'll get as the modular engine and adaptive control units that we need for doing the next milestone, or the next space elevator phase. So we'll look at that. Can I check to see any of the stuff that can be produced through all of this? No. I can't produce anything like plastic or rubber by hand anymore. It's all got to be automated. So, let's have a look. Oil extractors, 15 motors, encased industrial beams, cable. Refinery essentially uses a smaller amount of what we've just sent off for the milestone. Okay. I might go and grab some of those materials just so that I can have a look at what we're going to be dealing with. Because I know we have, like, kind of waste or byproducts, that kind of stuff, that then need further refining and processing in order to be actually turned into something usable. So, from what I gather, oil has had a massive overhaul. It's not just going to be a case of, oh, we've got to use pipes to transport everything now. We've got additional products that we need to take into consideration. Okay, let's have a look at you. Right, so we have plastic made from heavy oil residue. Okay. We've got rubber made from heavy oil residue. Petroleum coke made from presumably heavy oil residue as well. Residual what the fucking hell is this? Polymer resin. A byproduct of oil refinement into fuel, commonly used to manufacture plastics. And water for that. Okay, so oh, right, okay, no, I get it now. So, crude oil goes into the refinery, produces physical plastic, or, you know, solid plastic, and then liquid oil residue. Polymer resin. Where do I make polymer resin? Rubber produces both rubber and heavy oil residue. Ah, fuel. That's how I can create the polymer resin. So crude oil goes in, and I get out fluid fuel and 30 polymer resin a minute. Okay, this is going to be an interesting one to work with, and then I can use the heavy oil residue to produce fuel. Okay, The petroleum coke uses the heavy oil residue as well, so I can use that for making, an extra fuel source. One that's less efficient than regular coal, but that's also needed for aluminium refinement, so I'm going to have to remember that. Oh boy, oil got a whole lot more complicated, and yeah, this is going to be a fun one to work with. But we do need to get it kick-started. We need to get plastic and rubber in order to push on to the next milestones. Okay, yeah, this is going to be an interesting one to work with. I was hoping to try and go off and sort out some Caterium mining as well, but I seem to have run out of time for today. But let's have a look to see where the nearest crude is. Actually, let's search for Caterium first. Where's our nearest batch of that? 461 meters that away. Okay, what about crude? That pinged incredibly quickly for something that's over a kilometre away. Why is the oil always fucking miles away from you? Okay. Well, I don't know. Next episode we might look at trying to do some Caterium, maybe some quartz processing. I'd like to try and unlock the map. So I may have a look at doing some of that in the meantime, before we push on to working on oil, because I think oil is going to be a lot of work, and not only is it going to be a huge project to work on, but the power is going to need to get an overhaul, along with I need to make sure that I'm prepared for going out into the wilderness. So I think, yeah, I'm going to have to improve my weaponry somewhat. Though to that end, I have done a little bit more work with the MAM. If I can get back up in here. Yeah, I added a bit more into the sulfur one. I did the volatile applications because I was able to just handcraft some black powder. So that's opened up Nobelisks, the detonator, the rifle, and rifle cartridges. But we do need to get, for the rifle we need to get circuits, which obviously means we need to get through all of the oil processing stuff. But we do have the ability to get the rebar gun, so I'll do this. I'll get this research done, and then we've got something a little more long range for some offensive weaponry. That needs crystal oscillators, so that's not happening for a while. But yeah, I want to go down the quick wire and Caterium route as well, so I do want to start looking at the fucking hell, the tech tree for that actually goes on for quite a bit. Yeah, we'll try and do some Caterium processing, maybe some quartz stuff in the next episode, and just try and push our progress on from there. So for now, I'm going to wrap this episode up here and just say thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out the playlists on the channel for more Let's Plays and metal covers, and give this video a like or a comment just to leave your thoughts. And if you wish to join the ever-growing ranks of the Order of the Shield, subscribe on YouTube, chuck me a follow over on Twitch, or maybe even consider checking out my Patreon and becoming an officer within the ranks. But thank you again for watching this video. I'll catch you all very, very soon. This is Captain Meatshield, signing off. Hey. Oh, that was nice and easy. He says, having struggled with that for the past 10 fucking minutes.